Do you know the statutory definition of pointing a firearm and the elements the state has to prove to convict you of such? Well, my name is Aaron Grubb. I'm the Tahlequah attorney at Wirth Law Office, and in this video, we're just going to talk about the elements of pointing a firearm. Okay, so kind of in front of me, I've got the elements pointing a firearm. It's willful, so that means you weren't forced to point a firearm at someone. That's a question of intent. Second is pointing a deadly weapon, unloaded or loaded. So it doesn't matter whether it could not possibly have been loaded or capable of firing some sort of projectile. Just the fact that you are pointing something that's capable of shooting a high velocity projectile, then that element is met. Third element is at any person, pointing this at any person. So if you're pointing it at a dog or a tree or a rock, then the state really is not going to be able to meet their burden. But it's pointing it at another person, which is basically the essential element here. Fourth element is without lawful cause. So lawful cause is basically given to all police officers whenever they suspect someone of committing a crime or endangering the public, and that's specific crimes, not any crime. But unlawful cause is also that would be lawful cause would be like self-defense. So if someone had pointed a firearm at you first, whether loaded or unloaded, you would be within your right to actually, be able to point a firearm back at them, during this conversation and while you are in, fear of your life. It is basically the self-defense, element. If there was no viable lawful self-defense present, then this element would be met. And then the final element is the purpose of actually, or the intent behind actually pointing the firearm. And this is a very broad list. So you've got purpose of threatening someone. If you have the intent to actually discharge it, if you have the intent to discharge it with any kind of malice, which you're actually angry and wanting to hurt someone. For the purposes of injuring, whether physical or emotional, that could come with the just pointing a gun at someone has a lot of emotional effect on them, and then if you did it for a prank, you thought that it was funny, you had friends around, they might think it's funny, the person you're pointing the gun at them, but it would still, that kind of conduct would fit within the statutory definition. And finally, in anger or otherwise. So, if you were just mad, if someone made you mad or came at you, and if you had unlawful, you didn't have lawful cause, then, pointing a firearm at them would meet this last element. So, if you have questions regarding, any of the elements, or you have a pending criminal or civil case, please contact us here at Wirth Law Office. We can help. Thank you.